This is the Kudra boss fight, and this is the Hyperion, one of the best weapons in the game and is worth over 1 billion coins. I've decided to play Kudra until I have enough money to buy a Hyperion, progressing through each tier from basic all the way to infernal. There's really only one rule for this challenge, being that I can't start with any of my own money, meaning I'm starting with exactly 0 coins. This means I can't just go and buy fiery or infernal keys straight up, and if I did have infernal keys, I can't use them since I have no G-Drag bank. Let the challenge begin. To start us off, I had a solution to the key problem. You see, mini bosses in the Crimson Isle have a chance to drop basic and hot keys, so I set out and killed a ton of mini bosses and filled up an ender chest page full of hot and basic keys. This took a fair few hours, but was definitely worth it, as now I had keys to spend. It was time to hop into Kudra to begin the grind. But before I go ahead and play these clips, I think I should go over the setup I'm using. First of all, I've got a pretty standard set of fiery Mana Pool Vitality Aurora with Wither Goggles, and this set of pretty mid-mage equipment. I'm using my level 100 legendary Blaze Pet instead of my G-Drag since I don't have a billion coins in my bank like I mentioned before, and my magical power is nearly 1.2k. Finally, here's my Terra set with Warden Helmet. I know Lifeline Mana Pool is much better for Infernal Kudra, but I'll worry about that when I get there. Also, here's my Hype and Term. Everything else in my inventory is pretty ordinary and self-explanatory, so there's no need to go over that. Anyways, with all that out of the way, let's roll the clips.
Of course, it's a magic fire.
Venra. That's a semi-god roll. That's a semi-god roll. 83 mil profit.
Wait,
Let's go. Veteran Vitality, Crimson Leggings. So in total, from basic Kudra, I got 2 Crimson Leggings, one of them with the good attributes being Veteran Vitality. I also got 2 Hardened Mana 1 books, which are worth pretty much 0 coins, a Ferocious Mana 1 book, and the Aurora Staff. Now that I'd gotten some money from some of my basic Kudra loot selling, I was able to buy a few burning keys from these basic and hot tier drops. With these burning keys, I was able to make a lot more money off of things like higher tier attribute shards and the increased essence. But before I go any further, I'd like to ask you to subscribe, and I also should mention that my mate Ovone, who you'll see in all my parties, is actually racing me to 1 billion coins, and whoever loses has to give away 100 million coins when the challenge is over in my new Discord server, so go join that too. Anyways, I proceeded to play a bit of Burning Kudra in order to get me a bit more money.
The saucisse. Why flat? Oh, I just dropped a goggle.
Please tell me you're joking. Oh my days.
I'm out.
I'd rather just grind the money and get it myself.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't
Oh, that
cost
was a juicy pearl. Inferno. But that's the same chance as Fatal Tempo, right?
Yeah, same chance. How much is Inferno? Worth 14 mil.
I'll sell offer. After this, I was able to claim a bunch more auctions that had sold in the meantime, getting my purse up to 10 million coins. 10 mil purse. And when I logged on the next day, my Veteran Vitality Crimson Leggings had sold. This put me at nearly 100 million coins, meaning I was already a tenth of the way there, and this was only from like a few hours of basic and hot tier Kudra. From the burning runs I did, I only spent around 2 to 3 keys in total, and only really used 3 to 4 basic and hot keys combined. My plans though for the future is to use this 100 million coins I have to buy a bunch of fiery keys. With that, I'd be able to earn a lot more money from upgraded attribute shards and a ton more essence per chest. But anyways, that's where I'll end the first video. I've tried to keep it nice and short and concise. Please consider subscribing if you've enjoyed the first episode of this series so far. Anyways, I'll see you in the next episode.